So I hope everybody's having a good day wherever they are, wherever you are. Let's see. Put this on again. All right. So I went into the Sacred Soul deck and I got some cards out. I have the Try Something Different, Surrender. Don't push so hard, let grace carry you. So this is giving me Hanged Man and looking at things from a different perspective, doing things differently, but like going with the flow, not having any set expectations about how something should turn out. It's just about just going through the experience and seeing what comes of it. The wound is the place where the light enters, healing, blessings, strength to carry on. So the wound is where the place where the light is. So there may be some sort of healing that you may be doing, and that maybe you may be going through right now. And there may have been some sort of trigger, something that has illuminated you to something that you probably weren't aware of in the past, but now that you are aware of it, you're realizing that this is something that you need to overcome, because the next card we have is the world is a mountain that echoes your words. Reflection, seeing affects what matters. What you do matters. Seeing affects what you do matters. So I feel like there may have been something, like I said, that was illuminated to you, maybe some sort of trigger that let you know there's something that you need to heal from, something that probably you didn't even realize. And sometimes that happens. You go through certain situations, certain circumstances, or incidents, and it makes you more aware of something, or like something that may be bothering you. It brings up a past memory or of an experience that may have been traumatic. It could have been something that was maybe very painful, sad, but now that you're looking at things or surrendering, letting go, going with the flow of healing too, you may be starting to see the effects, see the changes. To love without expectations is to be in heaven. Release control, make peace with loved ones. So it could have been some sort of situation that you had with a loved one, and loved ones can be your friends, your family, just people that you really care about. There may have been something that is some sort of issue that has yet to be resolved, where forgiveness of oneself or forgiveness of another person may be needed, you know. But it's a matter of, even though whatever you may be going through, you have to um, just go with the flow. Don't try to force anything. Don't try to make something or manipulate something into becoming something that it isn't meant to be. Take a look at what the wound is, whatever the sadness, grief, trauma, anything, and try to overcome it. Look at it from a different perspective. See it for what it is. Try to heal from it if it's possible, and if it involves other people, then come to terms, reconcile, apologize, make peace. Okay. So we're going into the love deck. Okay, this card, mountains. Oh my gosh, mountains. It will not be an easy path. Blocks, setbacks, delays, big problems, hardship, trouble, a lot of work, burdens, and mistakes. So obstacles, a lot of things coming your way. We have mountains in the other deck. Look at that, mountains. Some of you are like overcoming some sort of obstacles in your life. It could be with people, it could be with situations, it could be with work. It could even be obstacles you have within yourself. Timing, the situation can't be forced. You have to go with the flow. You can't try to manipulate something into something it's not meant to be. So bad timing, patience, not ready, waiting for the right time, out of your control. Some things you have to release control. And this card, it says surrender. Some things you have to surrender. Sometimes you have to surrender people. You have to surrender belief systems that no longer resonate with you. You have to surrender the idea of what you want or who you want may not want you. Surrender the fact that they may, the outcome, detaching from the outcome. Let me see what else comes out. Rise and fall. Time to get off the ride. Some of you have been riding going on the same roller coaster and not getting off it, not realizing that that ride isn't for you. It's time for you to get off. It's time for you to move on. It's time for you to hop on something else, move on. On and off roller coaster, good and bad, inconsistent, unpredictable, clashing desires, different beliefs, different outcomes, different. It's like seeing the effects, seeing that nothing is really resonating or aligning with what you want. And if it isn't in alignment with you, if it clashes what your ultimate desire is, what you envision for yourself, if it's a love relationship, like where you see the relationship going, and some of you may not be in the same place with somebody, somebody may want one thing while the other some of you may want something serious, and while the other person wants something that's a little more casual, Let's see. Cut out. It's best to part ways to heal. I was talking about detachment. Severing ties, endings, moved on, abandonment, calling it quits, closed chapter, walk away. So some of you, it's time to cut something out. It's time to cut someone out. It's time to cut the ties. It's time to cut the bond, sever the bond, because some of you may be trying to hold on to something that isn't meant to be, and you're trying to force it. You're trying to force it, and that's something that you can't. If somebody doesn't want to be with you, if someone hasn't been reaching out to you, if somebody hasn't been making any sort of effort to indicate that they have interest in you, then that's your answer right there. Release, control, surrender, move on. Don't keep yourself tied to basically a corpse of a person, the idea of a person that isn't even there, is the person may not, like I said, may not want the same thing you do, and you can't force it. If someone loves you, you will know. You don't have to question it. Their actions will speak louder than their words, Okay. Let's see. What else? So I'm going into the Timing Oracle deck. And Timing Oracle deck. To see what could possibly be some time frames, months, days, seasons, years, however it resonates with you. What I like to do is see what comes out. Lately it's been April, which we are in. We're in April. So we have I saw December, November, and yesterday we got October. Okay, so fall time. So let's see, can we get something different? What are the messages with the Timing Oracle? Can I get some time frames for the collective? We got October. I spoke too soon. October. Autumn season. It's in the future. 39. October has 24. 24 for October, 39 for it's in the future. Those numbers may resonate with you somehow. Maybe ages or dates of a month. Days of a month. Anything else? That's too many. Anything else? Anything else? What does the collective need to know at this time? Okay, got two cards. We have next month looks promising, 35. That could mean something to you. That could be your age. And 56, going too fast. Slow down, take your time. So if some of you are trying to rush something, this is an indication that you need to slow it down, slow your roll, pump the brakes, take it easy. Next month is May, but it could be whenever, next month could be whenever you happen to come across this live stream, you know. And tomorrow looks promising, number 33. That may be your age. That number may be significant to you in some way or another. So I want to clarify October. Tell me about October. What is October for? Tell me about October, please. October. Ooh, Scorpio, death. Okay, there's some sort of ending, some sort of rebirth, some sort of transformation, transition. Yeah, some of you may be going through. The number 13, we reverse that is 31, right? And 31 is October 31st is Halloween. That may be somebody's birthday. So 24 October. October is Libra and Scorpio season. 13 is Scorpio, so 13 may be significant to you too. Okay, 6 of Cups, something from the past. Soulmate energy, nostalgic. It could be, I don't know if some of you reconnected with somebody in last October. October could be somebody's birth month. You know, that could be, October may be significant to you in some way. You will know, like it's an anniversary, a birthday, the day you met somebody, the day you, anything, however it resonates with you. So the death, yeah, definitely revisiting. Some of you are like maybe revisiting, bringing something, reviving something from the past, going back to something from the past. And the world, yeah, the world came on reverse. You know, so yeah, something's not ending. I don't know if this, like, and it's funny, it's like sometimes things need to end. Some things need to be cut out. Maybe some of you have been continuing to stay involved in something that, or you don't want something to end. You don't want something to end in October. Let's see, what is this? Yeah, because the world in reverse it's not allowing for an ending, because the world is the last card in major arcana, and it's a transition into the full energy where you're starting off a new cycle. So some of you may be not wanting to get off a roller coaster. You wanted to stay on the ride, the rise and fall. It's like rise and fall. It's like something dies, but then revives, and dies and revives, you know, up and down, ebb and flow, you know. So I don't know if some of you have been going like back and forth with something or someone. Like I said, it could be 6 of Cups would fall under Scorpio. So some of you may be dealing with a Scorpio. You may have Scorpio in your chart, or Scorpio season may be significant to you. We are having a new moon, full moon in Scorpio on May 1st. So that may be a significant time frame for you. Also the Hermit. Yeah, some of you may be going solo, maybe alone, and that may be why you wanted to return to something. Or maybe some of you don't like being alone, and that's why you're returning to something, or you're not wanting to get off a ride because you don't want to be alone. Oh yes, it is that. Someone doesn't want to be alone. Why? You don't like yourself? Think about it. If you don't like being by yourself, then do you like yourself? Because shouldn't you be enjoying your own company, enjoying time on your own? Why do you constantly need somebody around you? You know, I understand, you know, when you like somebody a lot and you like being in their company, sometimes it's important to take time to yourself so that you and the person can miss each other, you know, because if you're on top of each other all the time, it may cause conflict. It may, you know, you may get sick of each other. And then, you know, anybody who's been in a long-term relationship understands, you know, how important it is to have your personal space, you know. So, but I feel like this is, some of you may be revisiting something from the past, something that maybe there's unfinished business with something that that supposedly ended in October. October 24th is, yeah, it falls under Scorpio season as well. So yeah, that's October for you. So we know is revisiting, not allowing something, reviving something, not letting something end. Unfinished business, essentially. So maybe some of you have been in a no contact situation, and you had time on your own, and you may be reaching out to somebody, or someone may be reaching out to you, because maybe someone had took the time. And it's funny because this card has a mountain in the background, you see, and then we have mountains here, the mountains card, and then this, well, not this card, sorry. And the world is a mountain, and then look at that, we have the world card but in reverse. Okay, look at that. A lot of this, maybe some of you, your relationship had a lot of blockages, and that's what's kept you separated from somebody, or maybe that's what has kept you single. I don't know if some of you had personal obstacles that you need to overcome, that you need to take time to heal, to address, to resolve. And that may be why the world, like something isn't closing out. All right, tell me about it's in the future. What's in the future? 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 Number 39 may be significant. Okay, Ace of Wands. So it's like a spark is being ignited. It may be it could be a revival of something, or revisiting something, like with a fresh perspective, or invigorated energy, maybe renewed energy after going hermit. So you may be wanting to you want to put the spark back in something. What is this? Ace of Wands. I don't know if some of you are missing somebody because you want some wand action. You want to play with somebody's wand, or somebody wants you to play with their wand. Hi, everyone. Hope everybody's doing well. It's in the future. What's in the future? In the future, it doesn't have to be even, like, let's take love out of the scenario, right? It could be something that in the past that may have been incomplete, that you are now wanting to finish. Something that, like I said, unfinished business. So there may have been some sort of unfinished business, and that could be within a relationship, that could be with some sort of problem, issue that has yet to be resolved, that has been tabled, or it could be something you were doing. Something personal, like a project, a personal project. Something that really didn't have any priority. Something that caused a lot of disappointment and sadness. Yeah. So I feel like, something's being revived, because we have the Death card, we have the World in reverse. It's like something, not laying something to rest. So the Ace of Pentacles with the Five of Cups, it's like, I'm just imagining paddles, like resuscitating something, Maybe some of you have been just dwelling on the past, and there may be something coming towards you. It could be an internal spark that's being reignited, or it could just be something that's coming towards you that's going to revive you in some way, give you hope. Well, what is this? Five of Cups with the Ace of Wands. Something that you thought was going to be a wish fulfillment, but it didn't turn out that way. Some of you may have been dealing with a King of Swords, or someone who may have been very logical, icy, cold, maybe a little bit ruthless in the negative sense, or it could just be someone who just Is very honest and blunt and truthful. That could be your energy too. Maybe you're now in this energy and you're seeing things clearly, and that may be where this Ace of Wands is coming from. Because there may have been some sort of enlightenment, which makes sense with the Hermit card here. You know, taking time to yourself does allow you to gain a different perspective, and then consider what you value the most. What is your ultimate wish? You know, have you been going down your own path, or have you been following other people's paths? You know what I mean? Like doing what other people want you to do, or are you doing what you want to do? You know, but it's like a reconnection to self, right? But I think it's more so like you're understanding what it is that you want. And maybe you could be reconciling. Oh, because at the bottom, I saw the Temperance card. And the Temperance card is about reconciliation. So some of you are maybe coming to peace with a past situation that may have been disappointing, that that really wasn't a wish fulfillment, and you may be revisiting it, maybe from like looking at it from a different standpoint and thinking about what ways you can do things differently, or just, yeah, you just want to change that Nine of Cups. You want whatever this was to turn to this, you know? So something's going to spark. Tell me about the Ace of Wands, though. What is the Ace of Wands? What is going to be inspiring the collective? It's funny because the Temperance card was still, see, I forgot to show it to you, and it was there. It's like some of you are gaining your equilibrium back. You're more in a balanced place. So with that, what you thought was a wish fulfillment turned out to be a nightmare. And you had to heal from it. You had to move on from it. That may resonate with some of you, not all of you. Okay. Four of Wands. I don't know if some of you were in a very serious relationship, or a serious relationship where there was some sort of a foundation established. I don't know if there was something that turned your world upside down, but now you're at a better place where you're more grounded. You see things clearly, and you already know you're more grounded, more in touch with your emotions, but also I hear the sirens. It's like you're at peace. It's definitely peace. You're at peace. You're at peace with the past. You're at peace with something that, well, this could be the advice too. That's in the near future, that it's in the future, you know, with something that you're going towards wanting to revive, resuscitate. You know, because of whatever healing and understanding you have, and also what success you hope to achieve. Because the Four of Wands is a small level success, right? You took some sort of step, you took some sort of action, and the result is cause for some sort of celebration, you know? And it could be maybe some of you took some sort of action to help, or someone took action towards you. To alleviate any grief or disappointment you've experienced. It's somebody from the past, you know? I don't know if it's somebody that's at a distance from you right now, because I see the Two of Wands, and that indicates travel. It indicates planning. I don't know if you are planning something or someone has planned something, and that's where the Ace of Wands is coming in. You know, someone has took some sort of action and they're waiting for the result. They're waiting to see what comes in. But it's also something has arrived, but it's being at a crossroads and deciding which path to take, you know? Some of you, if this is somebody from the past returning, you might be considering, should you return to the past, or should you just move forward and see what's out there for you in the future with the Two of Wands. See, the world is your oyster, right? He has the world in his hands. He has the whole world in his hands. I don't know if it has to do with some sort of financial opportunity. It could be an earth sign energy that may be coming towards you, communicating something, giving you a message. Because we see Scorpio, we see her Virgo, and Pentacles is earth sign energy. Virgo's earth sign. We have Sagittarius with fire sign energy. Some Page of Pentacles, Seven of Wands. Yeah, but some of you may have your guard up, but someone has their guard up against you. Somebody's protective. Because whatever may be coming forward where someone's trying to reconcile with you, come to some sort of solution, which makes sense, is release control, make peace with loved ones. Someone may want to make peace with you. It doesn't have to be a love relationship. Please take it as it resonates. It could just be somebody wanting to come forward and they take some sort of action towards you to address any disappointment, sadness. I want to say some of you may have been depressed too, because what you thought was a wish turned out not to be. And it's like somebody wants to make some sort of offer towards you, and you get to decide if it's something that you accept or not. And that could be what the Two of Wands is too, deciding if you're going to go forward or hold back. Keep your guard up or put your guard down. All right, let's look at what next month looks promising. So next month, as I am doing this live stream, is May. But it could be whenever you happen to come across this reading, because this reading is timeless. So next month looks promising. What is next month? 35. Maybe somebody's age. 35. So we got the 7. So there's some sort of options, opportunities. Maybe someone's confused, needing more clarity. It may have to do with dreams as well. I don't know if some of you have been having dreams. You got the 6 of Pentacles. So someone wants to give, someone wants to share, but it could be, I can see the 2 of Wands. I want to see what comes out. 8 of Wands. All right, 8 of Wands is at the bottom. Can you tell me where this is coming from? Who is this? The next one looks promising. Who is this? 10 of Wands. So this is Sagittarius. Fire sign energy, but so it doesn't have to be that sign. It could just be someone who has a lot of responsibilities, has a lot on their plate, has too many burdens, or maybe at the tail end of resolving those burdens. So if some of you have been not sure about some sort of situation that you may be dealing with, and it may have to do with money, something that has caused you a lot of mental confusion, emotional confusion, has you on some sort of emotional roller coaster. It's like there's something that may be coming forward with the 6 of Pentacles. There may be some sort of relief, something that helps brings you into balance, which makes sense because we have the Temperance card here, which is Sagittarius. So someone may be getting into balance. Some of you may be getting into balance, or there may be certain things within your life that's starting to balance out in the next month for you. And with this relief that may be coming forward, is allowing you to, you may have felt stuck. And if you felt stuck, it's like with this relief that's coming towards you, that's bringing balance, it's going to allow you to move forward and consider what your next options are. How are you going to move forward? What are you going to do, right? So we have the moon. I mentioned the Scorpio full moon. That's going to be on May 1st. So yes, the moon with 3 of Cups. Yeah, like I said, some relief, some sort of, it's going to bring balance, but it's also it's going to be unknown. You may not be expecting this. This may be something that is unknown to you, maybe hidden from you. But we have the Three of Cups, but it's looking like it's going to be something that's going to be a cause for celebration, you know, a cause for celebration, you know. If I see the Seven of Swords here, so that, you know, typically they say the Seven of Swords is a bad card, you know, that someone's lying, cheating, stealing, and it kind of looks like that too, right? But this is also about strategy. Because when you think about Two of Wands and you have to decide, okay, I have two paths. I have two paths to choose from, and I get to decide which one. You have to strategize. Okay, if I take this path, you know, you got to plan something out. You got to make plans, right? You got to take some sort of action. In order to take action, you have to plan out what the action is. You don't want to you don't want to go into something without having some sort of plan, right? But that's where the strategy card comes in, you know? But it could easily be there. I don't think it's deception though. It's saying next month looks promising. I don't think it's deception. I think some of you may be dealing with stuff and you don't really share it with people. You may be keeping it to yourself, and you may be strategizing in the background, and not everybody knows, because this is in the shadow. This is the bottom of the deck. So you may be hiding what you're doing, which is a good thing. It's a smart strategy, especially if you have people that want to interfere with whatever plans that you have. But whatever it is, it's going to be a cause for celebration, because next month looks promising for you. Some of you may be getting a lot of options, and that could be where the Two of Wands is too. You know, you having to decide which option is the best one for you. Which one is going to lead you to where you want to go, to your destined path, where you envision yourself. But I would say be careful that you don't allow yourself to fall under any illusions that some of those options may be presenting themselves as, you know. Be discerning, and that's where the strategy is with the Seven of Swords. Be strategic. Look at the past, you know. It's important to not like keep looking back at what you experienced in the past, but strategically, yes, because then you like, okay, I experienced something like this in the past. Does it, you know, what did I do? How did that person act? How did it turn out? You know, you get to like reflect, but more like as a base of knowledge, rather than you like, oh no, that happened in the past, I can't do that again because it turned out like this. But it's like, no, what did I do in the past? How did it turn out? You know, how is this similar? You're drawing comparisons, right? But not to confuse yourself. And I would say if that's where you're doing that, you shouldn't look at the past in that way. You should look at the past as a way of seeing how you can do things differently in the future, or how you can do things differently right now, you know? So that could be where the strategy is coming from. Now, some of you, it says next month, but I see at the bottom of the deck there says tomorrow looks promising. So for some of you, we'll find out what that is. But we have this card, 56, going too fast. Slow down, take your time. What's that about? What does the collective need to slow down with? Oh, excuse me. What does the collective need to slow down with? Oh God, yeah, like do not take any quick, rash action. You know, think things through. Think before you act. You know, think before you act. The other one is the Tower, because whatever your action you're taking, the Tower can be two things. If you do something without thinking about it, it may be disastrous, right? But if you do something because you thought it out thoroughly and you sorted out any confusion, you got clarity about something, you were very strategic in your planning, you dropped any burdens you needed to, you released any burdens, it could be a good Tower. So it's depending on how you move, you know. Are you going to act rashly, or are you going to be impulsive? So depending, and like it says, going too fast, slow down, take your time. This is a moment where you have to act out rationally. Be rational, have a rational mind. Don't act out an impulse, especially when you're making a very important decision, especially something, if we go back to the beginning, something that you may be revisiting from the past. We have the Death and the Six of Cups, something that you may be revisiting from the past that is unfinished, so you have to be very strategic. I don't know if all of you are, it doesn't have to be Scorpio energy. The Tower is Mars, so it could be Aries or Scorpio, right? Judgment is Scorpio, Death is Scorpio. I don't know if some of you, and these are major arcana, so Scorpio season may have been a significant season for you. Some of you may be dealing with a Scorpio or have Scorpio in your chart. Take that as it resonates. Okay. So the Tower is 16, Judgment is 20, Death is 13, Hermit is 9. Let's see. The World is 21. The Moon is 17, I believe. No, 18. The Moon is 18. Let me see if there's any other major arcana. Yep. And there's a lot of major arcana, and Temperance is 14. Temperance comes after Death. So there's some sort of reconciliation from the past, some sort of reconciliation, something ended, but there may be something where there may be peace, some sort of peace offering that may be coming forward to you. And that may be a source of confusion for you too, especially if you've already walked away from something that was disappointing, or someone walked away from you because there wasn't any emotional fulfillment. There was a lot of disappointment. There was a lot of grief. Whatever it was in the past, or whatever it could have been somebody left somebody, but then whatever they left to go towards was a disappointment. It was not a wish fulfillment. Hopefully it wasn't somebody leaving. Sometimes people leave a job and thinking that, oh yeah, I'm going to leave this shitty job and I'm going to go to something better. But like, oh gosh, I'm going to go back to my old shitty job because this job is worse. But for some of you, it could be somebody may have left you for someone else, or you may have left somebody for someone else. And you're like, shit, I should have stood where I was because it was better on that side of the moon, It could be that. So, but tomorrow looks promising. What is tomorrow looks promising? Tomorrow looks promising. Tomorrow looks promising. Okay, well, tomorrow looks promising. At the bottom of the deck, I see the Knight of Wands. I don't know, some of you have fire in your chart. There may be something coming in. There may be somebody coming in unexpectedly tomorrow, whenever you see this. Tomorrow is different for everybody, because some people may watch this live stream later, it might be a different day of the week for them. But there may be somebody coming toward you unexpectedly. It could be somebody that has been back and forth, hasn't really been consistent. Or it could just be somebody who's younger than you, who is very energetic. Maybe it could be a fire sign, because we got the Knight of Wands, So maybe... all right, tomorrow looks promising. Are some of you waiting for somebody to come forward? Like somebody that may be a fire sign energy. The Knight of Wands is, like, in the worst sense, is somebody who's a player. They say, the neighborhood bicycle is what I hear in the tarot community. But it could be somebody who is just very passionate, energetic, and very exciting. And we have the star here. That's Aquarius energy. So take it as a resonate. It could be an Aquarius. It doesn't have to be. But some of you may have been waiting for someone since Aquarius season, and this person may be coming forward. Or if it's not that, it could be somebody. It doesn't have to be a Knight of Wands. It doesn't have to be a fire sign. It doesn't have to be Aquarius. But some of you, it could just be somebody who's just very energetic, young, and just like full of life, and just someone exciting to be around. You may even resonate with being that type of person yourself. But somebody else, definitely someone's gonna be coming with some sort of offer, some sort of seed, some sort of gift, something that they want to offer you. It could be a new offer coming towards you, a new opportunity. It could just be, but tomorrow looks promising. I don't know. It may be somebody coming forward, maybe asking you out, maybe inviting you out. Maybe you've been waiting a significant amount of time, whatever time you consider to be significant to you. Some of you may have been waiting, maybe even sensed. It's like, I'm just waiting for this person. I already know they're gonna do it. It's just a matter of when. You see her face, like she's like, it's like she knows it's coming, but she's like playing dumb. So I don't know if some of you are playing dumb about something or someone coming forward to you, but some of you may be getting some sort of communication, an invitation possibly this weekend, and then it might be something very good, something very exciting, and it may be even happening fast. Maybe it is unexpected for some of you, you know? So that's it for tomorrow. Looks promising. So I hope this reading was helpful to you in some way. Okay, let me make sure I don't get these cards mixed up. Okay, let me see. If you're new to my channel, my name is Tan. Artemis Oracle is my channel. I'm an oracle and tarot card reader. I was about to turn the cards over, Tan, so you can see. Time frame. Okay. Hold on a moment while I collect myself. So, let me see. You don't belong there. Let's see. I hope everybody's doing well. I'm going to start answering yes or no questions. Yes or no questions. And then I'm going to end this live stream at 8 p.m. So I'm going to answer yes or no questions. I have this tarot deck that I've had for some time and I haven't used for a while. And it's funny because I look at the bottom of the deck and it's the death card. The death card. And that was the first card that came out in this deck. The death card is one of my favorite cards in the tarot. I know people are scared, like, oh my God, someone's gonna die. Maybe somebody's gonna die, but people die every day, you know. People die of old age, you know, illness. Death is a normal part of life. You can't have life without death. But I like that card because it's indicating like a transition, you know, a transformation. Endings allow for beginnings. You can't have an ending without a beginning and a beginning without an ending, you know. Now the Nelly Furtado song is coming in my mind. Good things come to an end. Maids through dust, lovers to friends. Why do all good things come to an end? Okay, so this tarot deck is interesting because it's like one of those learning tarot decks and it has the answer already on it. So I don't have to put these in reverse because everybody says yes, no, maybe, or unknown. So we're going to use the cards that way. So I'm only answering yes or no questions. So if you have one, please put it in the chat. You have to be subscribed to my channel in order to have a question answered. So yes or no questions. So if you have a question, you can put it in the chat now. Only yes or no. It can't be who, what, when, where, how, why, current feelings, current energy, general guidance. No. Only yes or no questions. Okay, so feel free to put it in the chat. If I don't get any bites, I'm just gonna go into another reading, just so that I don't have any dead air. Okay. Keep saying the Ace of Pentacles. Some of you are probably waiting for some sort of offer. It may be coming soon. Maybe a letter, some news that you've been waiting for. There may be something coming to you. I would say don't miss out on any opportunities because you may regret it. Don't miss out on any opportunities because you may regret it. Okay. Okay, look at the April. We're in April. By the end of the day. If somebody was wondering about something, it might be coming by the end of the day. I don't feel comfortable using these cards because yesterday, somebody came by and they were having like a very they were in dire financial distress, and I felt like there was nothing I could really do. And I mean, if you're in a situation where you feel financially strapped and, you know, you have to, like, the easiest thing that I can say is to reach out for help, ask people for help, you know. People often do like those, what you call it, like GoFundMe, something like that. And it's difficult to try to give advice to somebody who's in a very difficult situation at this moment, especially if they're living a world away from me. You know, I live in the US, and I'm aware of the services that we have available to people who are struggling financially. But I'm not familiar with how it works in other countries, you know, and I don't really want to say things to come out as ignorant, because that's the last thing I ever want to be, is ignorant, you know. So, and I'm not very familiar with what services, if any services, are available to people living in India, you know. So yesterday it got kind of heavy because I felt like there wasn't really much help for the person, because I try to be practical and be realistic. You know, yes, it's important to have faith that things will work out, but if you're in dire need of something, prayers, you know, you could continue to pray, have faith, but then you also have to take action and try to do things, you know. Like, so it's important to understand that you have control of your life, right? And the decisions you make are your own, and you make them because at the time you thought they were the best decisions, you know. And sometimes you're limited in the options you have, so you have to make decisions based on what is available to you. But ultimately, tarot cards, a psychic probably could tell you tell you exactly how something may turn out for you, you know. But it's still, like, me as a human being, you have to be practical, you know. You still have to, if you're having money issues, then you have to find a way to get more money, find a way to provide for your family. And it's challenging because I want to be a tarot reader. I would like to be able to make this a side hustle for myself, but I also have to be realistic that I may encounter people who have real world problems that tarot cards cannot fix. You know, I could give guidance and advice as a human being, and based on my experience as someone who has been in difficult financial situations in the past and who has overcome them. And but yeah, I'm limited by my knowledge of based on my experience, you know, and you never know who you may encounter, you know, who may come up in the live stream and ask for help, and what kind of guidance they're looking for, you know. So first, I'm like looking at it from a human perspective, because I am human and I know what it's like. I understand how it is. I understand, but not every situation is the same as mine. But I can empathize because I've been in dire financial situations myself, you know. Okay, so does anybody have a yes or no question? All that to say, I don't think I'm gonna use timing oracles for like to indicate a time frame for anybody, because I don't wanna cause anybody stress, you know? I wanna help people, but I don't wanna cause distress to anyone. So let me see. So I could just do another general reading. Let me see. I'm like getting. Hi, Sarah. How are you? Oh, sorry. I look like Sarah. Hi, Serena. How are you? Do you have a question? Yes, you can ask a question, but it has to be a yes or no question. It can't be a who, what, when, where, how, why type of question. It has to be yes or no. Okay. So, hi, Manette, how are you? So, these tarot cards, they have the answer on them, so I don't have to flip them or anything. Everybody says yes, no, maybe, or unknown. So, we're going to go with that. I'm good, thank you. Okay, Serena. Oh, should you go back home to England? Okay. Should Serena go back home to England? Hi. Oh, tree hugging tea. Hi, Teresa. How are you? Okay. All right. So let's answer Serena's question. Okay. Should Serena go back home to England? 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 Should Serena Casey go back home to England? It's interesting because you have the card that is about the home and it's saying yes. So you have a yes, Serena. And I think if you go back home, there may be people that are just like waiting. They've been waiting for you to come home. They're going to be so happy. I don't know if you're going to be having like some sort of homecoming because people, they've missed you. They've like, come home. I don't know if you've been getting a lot of people telling you to come home. We miss you. We want you to come back. But it's looking like a yes. Serena, I hope that helps you. I hope that helps because sometimes I hope it helps, Serena. Okay, let's answer Teresa's question. Teresa, will Teresa get her endorsements? Will Teresa get her endorsements? You're welcome, Serena. Will Serena get her endorsement? That was like a perfect card for Serena. It was all about the home. Oh, thank you to whoever's giving me lots of hearts. I really appreciate you. Okay, will Teresa get her endorsements? Oh, wow, a card flipped for you, Teresa. Oh, yes. Yes, Teresa, you are going to get your endorsements. You see it says yes right there? Look at that. So if you're worried, you're afraid, you're like it's okay, calm down. You could whatever anxiety you may be experiencing, it's looking like it's going to be okay. You're going to get your endorsements. I hope that helps you, Teresa. And you're welcome, Serena. Does anybody else have a question? Yes or no question? You're welcome, Teresa. And that card is perfect too. It's like she's calming the kitty. All right, Christy. Will Christy move into the townhome? 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 Ooh. Will Christy move into the townhome? Will Christy move into the townhome? Will Christy move into the townhome? Wow. Will Christy move into the townhome? I think I already saw the answer. You have a yes. I saw it already, but it's saying yes. When I saw this card, I just imagine you being very excited, thinking about the different ways you want to decorate it. I don't know, like I just envisioned that when I saw this. And this was at the bottom of the deck, and I saw it. I'm like, and I look at the bottom of the deck, and yeah, you got 2 yeses. So it's a yes for you, Christy. You're gonna moving into the townhome. I think you're gonna have fun. It's gonna like put you in your creative mode, because you're gonna be, I don't know, I just imagine you decorating and like thinking about, okay, this is what we're gonna do with this room, and this is what we're gonna like. I just, when I saw that card at the bottom of the deck, I was like, that's why, I don't know if you noticed, I laughed before. So you got a yes, Christy. Not all of the cards say yes, just in case anyone's thinking that. Some of the cards say no too. And look, this is the 3 of Cups, right? This is supposed to be a cup about a card about celebration, happiness, coming together, spending time with your friends. But look, it says no. So there are cards that say no, right? Just in case anybody was thinking that. You would think the 3 of Cups would be a yes, right? Okay, does anybody else have a question? Ooh. Oh, yeah, this is a learning deck. It tells you all about what the card means in the upright, what it means in the reverse. It gives you like a short meaning, and the meaning in different areas like love, career, finance, even time period. I'm not touching time periods though. Because people, Teresa, if you were here yesterday, then you know I'm talking. I don't want to be giving people stress. I want to give people peace. Not stress. And sometimes the truth can be stressful. Oh no, oh my God. Oh, I was like, I need to get the hell off this live. I'm done. I was cooked. Okay, does anybody else have a yes or no question they'd like to ask? Because I have 4 minutes left. Maybe I'll add one. Oh, I know what you meant. It's okay. It's okay. I know what you meant. So I could stay on a little longer because it's 7:56 Eastern time. So if anybody else, has a question, and you could put it in the chat. Let me see something. I could change because I think I have it at 10 minutes. I'm gonna put it for a minute. Since I have such little time. So if you want a question answered, a yes or no question answered, refresh the live stream. So to see if you could put your question in the chat. I changed it to 1 minute, but you have to be subscribed. I know some people subscribe and then they disappear. Like I like to say, like a fart in the wind. What other expressions can be used when somebody disappears? Someone goes sour. The fart in the wind sounds funnier, right? Unfortunately, some farts, they take a little bit longer, so sometimes they linger before they disappear. Okay, Christy. Oh, I hope you saw your message, Christy. You got a yes. You got 2 yeses. You got the King of Wands, and the card said yes, and at the bottom you had the Lovers, and it said yes. Okay, Christy? So you got double confirmation that you're going to be moving into the townhome. Okay, let's see. I'm not going to question what justice means to you. Oh, let's find out. Will Serena get her justice? Will Serena get justice? I'll put it that way. Will Serena get justice? 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 You got the Lovers and it's saying yes. You're saying yes, Serena. I hope I was saying your name. I'm looking at it and it's shuffling at the same time. I don't know what name I was saying. But saying yes, Serena. That you're gonna get justice. You got 2 yeses, actually. And it's funny, it says judgment. So whatever justice you're referring to, it's gonna be in your favor. I hope that helps, Serena. Hi, Pri. Just so you know, I'm only answering yes or no questions. Okay. I have my yes or no deck that says yes. Let me see if I get a card that says no. Wow, every card I turn to says yes. And then look, it says no. So that's where we're gonna get the answer. So if you have a question, please put it on the chat. Okay, I could spend a little bit more. I could spend some time. I'm only answering yes or no questions. Only yes or no questions. Yesterday's live stream got me stressed out. And I'm like, I don't want stress. I want peace. You know? So yes or no questions. Okay. Namika. Hi, Namika. Oh, somebody stressed me out with their not didn't stress me out. It's just they had a very dire circumstance that I felt like was beyond tarot. You know, I felt like I couldn't help. I felt like I wasn't very helpful at all, you know. Okay, let's answer Anamika's. Will there be a reunion? Jaspa and Anamika. Oh yeah, that. Will there be a reunion for Jaspa and Anamika? Will there be a reunion for Anamika, Jaspa and Anamika? Will there be a reunion for Jaspa and Anamika? This is the last time I go through this deck, and whatever the card is at the bottom, it will be the answer. It's saying yes. Okay, but you got the Ace of Swords. So there's definitely going to be a communication. So the reunion can be that you and them may come into, you and Jaspal will communicate. Okay? You got another yes at the bottom with the Wheel of Fortune. And maybe a very good communication that you and Jaspal have. So I hope that helps you, Anamika. Hi, Pooja. How are you? Okay, thank you, Pri. Okay, let's answer Pooja's question. Okay. Pooja, no subscriber like that. Okay. Well, Pooja, the Swanee, which is about what? How? No, I don't answer. It has to be a yes or no question, Pooja. That's not a yes or no question. That's not a yes or no question, Savara. I'm only answering yes or no, and the Ace of Swords is about communication, and communication is very important, especially if you're going to have a reunion, you know? So depending on how that conversation goes between you and Jaspal, that will determine, but you had the Wheel of Fortune. So it's looking like it's going to be, it may be a favorable conversation that will allow for there to be a reunion. Okay? Okay, Pooja. Okay. I said I only answer yes or no. So I already gave you your answer, Anamika. In America, we have this expression, you give an inch and they want a foot. I gave you an inch and you want a foot right now. Okay, Pooja. Does Vinay truly love Pooja? 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 One more shuffle, and then whatever card is at the bottom of the deck will be the answer if nothing comes out. Does Vinay truly love Pooja? 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 I see a card that wants me to pull it out. It's saying yes, Pooja. Yes, he truly does love you. They truly love you. I don't know if you're a female or a male. I don't know. So they do love you. So you have the yes right there. I hope that helps. Okay, Salvara. Okay. Does Gitanjali Venkatesh does Dr. Gitanjali does Dr. Gitanjali Venkatesh does Dr. Gitanjali Venkatesh does Dr. Gitanjali. You gotta know, and this is the first no of today, and then you got this card. Ooh, I don't know what kind of relationship you have with them, but I don't know if this is what they want. If this is only what they want, and there's no love, because it came out as a no. Oh my gosh, I don't know if Dr. Gitanjali is married. But you gotta know, because I saw the four wands, and that's usually the card of marriage. Okay. Hi, Marcy. How are you? I'm sorry, Pooja. Okay. You're welcome, Pooja and Savara. Oh, okay. I think this is, I don't know if this is what they want, because if they're divorced, sometimes people don't want to be, I don't know what happened in a relationship, but the devil card, it's looking like a no. That no, they don't love you. True. I'm sorry, Savara. I don't know. They may not, I don't know if they don't love you now, but they may love you later. But I don't know the dynamic with your relationship. But the devil card isn't really a good card when it comes to love, you know. But instead, no. I'm sorry. Okay, so Pooja is female. Okay. Hopefully I can remember that next time you come by. Hot for card, Karsar, for me. No, I'm not even going to try to read that. That sounded so American. Which has the exact same. Yes. You give a foot, I mean an inch, they take a foot. Okay. Okay. Does anybody else have a yes or no question they'd like to have answered? Let's see. Oh, take care, Pri. Thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you have a good day. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, you do say that in the South? Okay. Yeah, some people are. They do want a mile. They don't even want a foot. They want a whole, they want like a mile, a kilometer, whatever the hell that means. Because, you know, we have wait, what? We don't follow the metric system. I'm not sure why. I guess America really wanted to be different, you know? Okay. So does anybody have a yes or no question? Because if not, I'm going to end this live stream yes, I'm going to end this live stream. I thank you all so much for joining me this evening or this morning, wherever you are, because I know some people are in the daytime. They're in Saturday morning right now. So thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for allowing me to. Okay, one more question that I have to bounce. Okay, put your question now, Serena. Serena's question, Serena's question, Serena's question. Last question, last question, last question for Serena. Let's get you. Let's. A part of me wants to get the card before she asks the question. Oh, no, 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 no. I don't do legal questions. I don't do those types of questions. I don't answer those types of questions. I don't answer legal questions. I'm sorry. Okay, so I'm going to end the live stream now. And I hope everybody has a great weekend ahead and that you stay safe and that you just are in the best place. Yes, it is, because you're saying taking to court. Look, I don't answer those types of questions. I'm not that type of reader. I'm not that type of reader. I don't answer those types of questions. So I thank you all so much, and I hope you have a wonderful evening. See you next time.